going to clean it off just a little bit, but these roads are still a little bit damp. It's going to get dirty again, but I just wanted to look presentable.
Gosh darn, do I love that auto blipper!
Before I can ride the HP4, I've got to take it from the basement up the hill, the wet, soggy hill, and up to the front. But as you can see, because I have a lot of snow on my deck, it's dripping down onto the HP4, which kind of looks a little bit cool. I just don't want my seat to get super wet. Nothing like a little rain and glistening on the HP4. Wish me luck. Okay, all right, so I got it up there from the patio out to the front of the house. It's a little bit wet. I'm gonna clean it off just a little bit, but these roads are still a little bit damp, so it's going to get dirty again. I'm not too concerned with that, but I just wanted to look presentable when Zack sees it.
Well, on a day like today, I'm going to try to take the route less filthified, the roads that are the most dry. Normally I would take a nice scenic route, twisty roads, but I think that they may be oversaturated, so I'm going to jump on the highway, because I'm pretty sure the highway should be relatively dry. I don't want to get this thing too filthy. I already know I'm going to be cleaning it for hours. And that's okay. That comes with the territory on riding on a beautiful day like today, February 4th, in filthy Cleveland, and we are experiencing temperatures in the 60 degrees. I know a lot of you folks hear me talk about the weather conditions here a lot. And that's because it's a huge factor for living in the Midwest, living in Ohio. Weather is definitely a big deal for us. It's very hard to plan things, plan events, especially outdoor events, because of our weather conditions, but we try to make the most of it. And on days like today, you just have to pull a bike out of your fleet and take it for a spin. Not to mention, it's just fun to do that, huh? Almost at Sills. And gosh darn, do I love that auto blipper! And this motorcycle has 20,355 miles on it, rides just as well as it did with 0 miles on it. And that's thanks greatly to Zack. Zack has been the absolute only mechanic that has worked on this motorcycle this entire how many years? 4 years that I've owned it. No other mechanic has touched this motorcycle besides Zack, and that is amazing, because he treats every single bike that he encounters as if it's his own, and it's amazing. I have yet to see another mechanic do that with absolutely every single bike. Now, some mechanics have their favorites, you know, people that they like, you know, that they'll take special care of their motorcycle, but Zack does that for everyone that walks through his door, and that's just outstanding behavior from a young mechanic like him. Usually, if you do see that in a mechanic, it's from an old, seasoned mechanic. But no, young Zack does it, all on its own. Somebody's washing their truck. My good buddy Rich is washing someone's truck. I wonder if he'll wash my motorcycle.
Just from my brief ride home to Sills, the bike got covered in filth. So we're going to use some awesome S1000 spray. Kind of foam it up. Oh yeah, that's a lot of foam. Clean it off. Make her look nice and pretty again. Ah. And then we're going to install some parts. Just another early February day here in filthy Cleveland. Nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, I think that's sufficient. A little bit right there.
Did you get the other side?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. All right. Now that that's soaked on a little bit, we will rinse it off and then use a leaf blower. So we got all the fantastic blue bolts installed, titanium blue bolts, onto the beautiful HP4. And got some things tightened up. Zach's gonna check the air pressure for us, and then he's gonna take this beautiful motorcycle for a ride. We're gonna try to follow him using our Mavic Pro 2 drone. We'll see how far we can keep up with him, because he's super fast. The bike looks outstanding.
It's a little salty. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to keep up today.
Yeah, only because of that.
Yeah.
Was I low on tire pressure too?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Pretty common, especially with the temperature variances.
Yes.
Between inside, outside, inside. You gotta roll it off the bench to get the front one.
Okay. So we're going to try to work with Brock's Performance to get another CT megaphone exhaust for our 2020 S1000 RR that's scheduled to arrive here late summer. So I might have to take my S1000 when I get it to Brock's in Dayton and have him try to fabricate. What do you think about that? Another CT megaphone full titanium exhaust for the new bike.
Yeah, I mean they did really well on this year motorcycles.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure. I think they just carried this same design over the whole time.
Yes.
So yeah, I don't know. The only thing would be the header design, if the new bike would benefit from something different or not.
Okay.
If he'd be willing to change up that much.
We'll see. We'll talk to Uncle Brock and see what he says.
Yeah. Because this system definitely makes a ton of power on the S1000, we know. And
Yep.
it sounds significantly different than other systems.
It does.
And I think it's because the headers are so big.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, remember on the Yamaha, how they tapered? They started small. If you look up right now, cylinder head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they start small and then get bigger.
Yes.
These are just the same diameter, really stinking big all the way through.
Wow. In the meanwhile, there's a comment Zach left on my V4R video. Somebody wrote, the dry clutch of the V4R sounds horrible. The stock exhaust sounds horrible. I can't wait for you to take that bike to Zach so he can remedy all that. But I'm not going to have you install a wet clutch on the bike. Now, what's your opinion on dry and wet clutches, Zach?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't have that much experience with the dry clutch. I mean, I know they're on all the top level race bikes. There's got to be a reason. I mean, I guess it should grip better because you don't have oil between it, but it could get hotter. That's the reason that they run the clutches in oil, from what I know. It keeps it at a steady temperature, same temperature as the engine. So maybe you wind up with different free play levels, but that's hydraulic, so it should take care of it itself.
Yeah.
We'll find out. I can't say I've ever heard anyone complaining of dry clutches.
Yes.
Maybe if you're stuck in traffic, you might wind up with an issue. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's probably why people are saying the V4R is more suited as a track bike than a street bike. Although the review that I saw said it was great for the street and track. So
Yeah, I mean, they've used it on lots of engines for a long time. Hyper Motards have it. I got a couple of buddies that have them and never have any issues. I don't know if they've ever got stuck in traffic, so we'll just find out.
Yeah, and speaking of finding out, our viewers never got to see that video. I don't know if I ever put it up, of when you rode my V4 Speciale and your thoughts on that motorcycle.
Oh, that was a great motorcycle. That was the motorcycle of the year last year, in my opinion, from the bike.
What? Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, why can't I say that?
Okay.
For sure. I never rode the HP4 race though, but for a street motorcycle, just the handling, the weight distribution, the clutch action, brake action, the power, it was all spot on.
Yeah.
But, and then I rode it initially when it was broken, remember? And I was even happy with it then. I think it was running on like 3 cylinders.
Yep.
And I was happy with it. So when you got it back, because it had, I think it had a knock sensor problem or oxygen sensor or something was wrong with it. So once you got it back from that, it was a totally different bike.
Yeah.
It was actually totally different.
Yeah, they did something with the O2. So they broke the O2 sensor when they installed the exhaust. Remember?
Yeah. So it like wasn't running full power when you first rode.
Did you ever ride it after? Did I bring it back up for you to rewrite?
I did, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The difference was incredible between when it was running in probably some kind of limp mode versus full power mode too.
Yeah.
And I didn't even play with any of the settings or anything. I did a quick ride on it, but it was awesome.
Wow.
It was like wheelie in third gear.
I can't wait for you to ride the V4R. You're going to have to do a significant ride on it. I'll even leave it with you for a day.
Yeah.
So you can ride it. And would you be so kind as to moto vlog that ride for us?
I don't know. We will see.
Okay. Well, stay tuned. For now, we're going to get Zach out here. Yeah. Okay, so that was cool hanging out with Zach, getting a few more of the precious blue titanium bolts installed. The Rizoma brake reservoir tightened up. Looks great. Air pressure checked. Zach got to take the bike for a ride. Pretty sure he enjoyed it. So now we're going to head home before the rain comes in. I was going to head to downtown filthy Cleveland and get some more drone footage, but it's going to be raining here. So I'm not going to do that. How you guys doing? You guys coming in and look at some bikes? S1000? Yeah, you can go in and talk to the owner. They're going to be coming out sometime in late summer. But you're definitely going to want to check it out. Talk to her, get your bike from here. And while you're at it, check out my... Oh, there you go. Yeah, but definitely. This is the place to come to get your bike, man. Are you okay? You making full recovery? Yeah. Sweet. All right, you too. Good meeting you guys. All right, see you. Oh, some cool young dudes coming into Sills to check on the new S1000 that's coming out. So that's an interesting topic I was going to talk about. Goodbye, Sills. The all-new S1000 is now a 2020 model, and it's scheduled to be released sometime in late summer. We don't have an exact month yet. But that might be disappointing to some people, and some people might get antsy and might not want to wait around for the bike to come out, but I assure you it will be worth the wait. I still have my order placed for my 2020 S1000M edition. Looking forward to adding it to the stable and doing some comparison videos against my Ducati V4R, R1M, and other bikes. So yeah, it's going to be a great year for motorcycles here in 2019. You just have to be patient and wait a little bit. And I don't think it should matter that much, because freakish days like today where it's 65 degrees here on February 4th doesn't happen very often, especially here in the Midwest. Usually the weather is pretty wild and crazy. So for most people, it's not a big deal that the bike's not going to come out until late summer, but for some people that live in the fair weather states, that might not sit too well for them. There's police everywhere
on this little stretch of roadway. There was one behind me, I just passed one in front. Golly geez. I guess the residents living in this neighborhood could feel safe knowing that cops are cruising day and night. It's a funny thing, when you're on a motorcycle and you're doing the speed limit, cars don't really like that. Because they're like, you're on a bike, you're supposed to be going fast. And you're doing the speed limit, they get up on your tail, they kind of nudge you on. And in more cases than many, cars are the reason why motorcyclists speed on the roadway. What do you think about that? Do you agree with that statement? Because I'll tell you, whenever I decide, I'm doing 48 now, which is over the speed limit. You know, sue me. But I'm doing that because if you can see in my rearview mirror, there's a car really close to my tail, closer than my comfort levels would like. So that person is compelling me to do, at this point, 51 miles an hour. And that's exactly what I tell law enforcement if they tried to cite me. But look up ahead there, so you always have to stay focused. The road just got super wet over here. And it's not that much of a big deal. The tires can definitely handle it. Yeah, as you've seen, I ride in the wet all the time. But when you mix in wet and salt residue, that's not a good combination at all. But if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. If you're already a subscriber, tap the bell so you can be notified when new content's uploaded. As you can see, new content is all, look at that, there's another cop. That is number 3. And he was in the ideal position to catch someone speeding around that corner. And as you can see, I was not. That's 3 Brecksville police officers in a row hanging out looking for speeders. Golly gee. They must know that when the weather and the temperatures rise, people get a little frisky. Wow. I didn't know the city of Brecksville had 3 cops working on duty at the same time. But now I know.